Hey guys, long time no talk, I'm sorry. I was sitting here getting ready and I thought, I haven't filmed in a while and I should probably go explain why I haven't been filming. And get ready with you guys, so it's like a chit chat, get ready with me, and I've never done one of those, so we'll see how this goes. And this may take like 3 years. Sorry, no, I'm just kidding. So I haven't been filming because things got super hectic. The end of, well, no, I guess it would be the middle of April. We had to have my hedgehog put to sleep, which, as you know from my other video, I was kind of expecting that, but it still, like, took a lot out of me. And also the months leading up to it, I was like a mess since I found out that she had cancer, so that took a lot out of me. And then my son, we had gotten, at the beginning of May, we had gotten the permanent orders for custody, and I will explain that in another video because that's a huge, like, debacle. But the permanent order stated that I would be picking him up from school every single day, not just the days that were my days. So, which is great. That's great for me. I get more time with my son, but it's not exactly what I wanted. I was going for full custody, but that didn't happen because Colorado is ridiculous. But so I mean, and it's an hour round trip, because where we used to live, it was like 5 minutes away from the house, but now I live, you know, further than that. So, and I didn't want to take him out of school because, like, why uproot him in the middle of the year? That just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So, that's where that went. So I was at school every single day making the round trip, and that got to be pretty hectic too. And then I thought, okay, well, we'll take a little bit of a break and we'll let my son have a little bit more of a summer than just me filming all the time and editing and blah, 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 blah. But then my mom called me and said she was kind of worried about our dog. I have 4 dogs. Okay, sorry about that. So anyways, as I was saying, I have 4 dogs at my mom's house that I had when I lived there, and they are all brothers, and one was a sister, and my baby Angel, Minnie, was the baby, and she was their sister. And Minnie passed away in January of 2014 after a really strange UTI/diabetes thing. It was a whole mess. I still don't really understand. She was very, very young. She was 7, so it's just weird. But anyways, I have her brothers. Her 2 older brothers and then an older brother, but different litter. And, like, 2 of my babies came from the same litter, and then the next one came from a different litter, and then Minnie was a different litter than that. Anyways, so, before I left my house, like, again, this is a whole nother story and I'll get into it someday soon. But before I left my mom's house, Mickey was chunky. He was bigger than he really should have been. All my dogs except Minnie were bigger than they should have been, but it is what it is. Sorry guys, I'm just going to keep doing my makeup while I'm talking to you, and I am creasing up a storm. I'm just going to be using this palette at the moment. But I never really, you know, I mean, I worried about it, but I didn't, because he wasn't exhibiting signs of, like, much like Minnie did, like with diabetes or anything like that. So I wasn't too extremely worried about them. But as soon as I left, Mickey started getting really skinny. And I kind of chalked it up to him being depressed because I couldn't take him with me. My house is not big enough for all of them, and I couldn't just take one of them. So I just kind of thought that maybe he was a little bit depressed, you know, wasn't eating as much, yada, yada, yada. But then I realized that it was, I mean, a massive amount of weight in a short amount of time. That's not really normal. But he wasn't acting any different, so I didn't really think too much on it. And, I mean, maybe I should have, but when a dog's not acting weird, you're not really like, let me take them to the vet and see what's wrong with them, because you don't think that there is anything wrong with them. So my mom had called me and said that Mickey was acting a little bit weird, like not his normal self. And so I told her maybe we should take him to the vet. This is not what I wanted to use. That we should take him to the vet just to see kind of what's going on. I mean, what harm can it do? You know what I mean? So she was like, yeah, you know, we'll get him in and we'll see what's going on. And then on a Wednesday, last Wednesday, I'm not sure when this will go up, so I'll assume that it was 2 weeks ago. I had gone over to her house, and Mickey was way different. He wouldn't, like, I mean, I was normally greeted by all the dogs when I would come in the house, and Mickey was just laying in the bathroom. And I'm like, something's up. And it's weird because, like, he wasn't acting like that, like I said, like before. And he had stood up, and you could tell, like, it just hurt him to stand up. And his hair was just, like, his skin was just hanging off of him. And it kind of reminded me of, like when you, get, like, weight loss surgery, how your skin hangs. It's kind of what it reminded me of, and I got really concerned. And so my mom was like, well, let's take him to the vet in the morning, and see what can be done. And I was trying to stay optimistic, which is hard for me, especially, I mean, just not even 2 full months has passed since I lost my hedgehog. So I was trying to remain optimistic, but that's very hard to do. So the next morning I got up and I went to her house. I left my house at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I got to her house and I was really nervous to walk in. I didn't know what I would find. And so I waited in my car for like 20 minutes, and then I was like, I better go in to see, you know, what's going on. So I walked. Sorry about that again. My computer, my camera just decided it was done with me, apparently. Just shut off. Okay, so anyways, as I was saying, I was scared to walk in my mom's house. I finally walked in, and I saw Mickey laying by the door, and that was also not like him. That was very just not like him. Like I said, he would always greet me, so to see him just laying on the floor was pretty disturbing. So then as I started to look at him, he's just like panting, like breathing so hard, and I knew that that's not a good sign. So we picked him up and we took him to the vet. And it's hard because it's like you walk in and everybody is so happy because they have their pets with them. And I mean, at this particular time, none of the pets seemed to be sick, just Mickey. And so I'm waiting to be seen. We didn't even have an appointment, so I'm just praying that they can get us in. And so the lady working there was like, what's wrong with your dog, blah, 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 you know, asking the typical questions. And I'm just like, I don't know. That's why I'm here. I don't know. And so she's like, okay. And she tells me, my 8 o'clock appointment canceled, so I will get you in then. And, or no, it was my 8:30 appointment canceled, so I'll get you in then. And I thought, I said, okay. And I looked at my phone, and it was 8 o'clock. And I looked back at Mickey. My mom was holding Mickey. And I'm just like, he's not going to make it that long. Like, we need to, like, hustle. There's no way he's going to make it this far. So, I thanked her and I went and I sat down. And by this point, Mickey is becoming very lethargic. And he's just like his neck just went limp in my mom's arms, and I screamed. I was like, Mom! And she's like, what? And I was like, look at his head. So, my mom went up to talk to the receptionist, and she saw Mickey, and she said, the receptionist saw Mickey, and she said, I don't like the way he looks, I don't like the way he's breathing, I'm taking him back to put him on oxygen, like, right now. And I did get a picture of him because Mickey never left his tongue out, like, unless he was, like, outside panting and he was like, that's different. But, I mean, it was never, like, sticking out. So that was unusual for him. He had his tongue sticking out and he was drooling. And as I looked at his tongue, I realized that it was not the bright pink that you want a tongue to be. It was like a clammy, gray, purple, blue color. And I knew right then and there that he's not getting air. He's just not breathing correctly. So that's, you know, when she took him. And my mom and I had gone outside to make a phone call. And we stepped out to my car, and I mean, within 2 minutes, the receptionist nurse lady came flying out looking for us, and she's like, the doctor needs to talk to you. And my heart sank. I was like, I knew that's not it's not what you want to hear. So, I don't know what color I'm going to put on my lid. I have switched to this palette. Apparently it's a BoxyCharm day. So we went in to talk to him, and I ended up having to walk out because it was just too much. It was too hard. Anyway, Mickey's heart was enlarged, and they said that with medicine they can fix that. I mean, it's a big deal, but it's not really that big of a deal. It is what it is. But, so they like to see their hearts, I think he said 3 ribs big, and Mickey's was almost 5. And he's like, you know, I can send you home with medicine for that. That's really not that big of a deal. But Mickey's liver was, like, infested with cancer. So, it wasn't fair and worth it to try something that probably wouldn't work. I mean, I didn't even think that Mickey would make it home. And, I mean, it was like a 10-minute drive, and I didn't think he'd make it home. He barely made it there. I hope I don't cry over this. I don't do well with death. Death is not... I mean, I don't think anybody does well with death, but it's not easy for me. Makes my anxiety go up. After Marshmallow passed away, it made I have really bad disassociation, and it made that even worse, so, yeah. But I didn't think that Mickey would even make it home. to my mom's house. Like, I just didn't think it was fair. So we opted to go ahead and let him go. This, I've never seen this done before, and I've had quite a few pets have to be put to sleep, but they gave him 2 shots. And after, like, 'cause they gave him one that would sedate him, and then they gave him one that was the overdose of the anesthetic, or the anesthesia, the anesthetic. And I mean, he wasn't even, they barely even got the first shot in him, and he was already gone. So I kind of knew that it just wasn't, it's just, I think what bothers me is that it was so sudden. Like, I didn't expect it. Like, with Minnie is my heartbreak. I will get into that another day also, but Minnie is my heartbreak. And even with her, I knew it was coming. With Marshmallow, I knew it was coming. I had known for 2 months that it was coming. But with Mickey, it was like he was fine, and then 2 days later, he's gone. And that's just, I don't like that. Just, I need to be prepared. And I was not prepared for that. I'm looking for my eyeliner. So that was super, super hard to deal with. So that's another reason, and I needed to grieve on my own and in my own way, and be away from my obligations and my work, and I just needed to have that time. I mean, it's obviously it's not an easy time, but why do I keep forgetting things? So that's what I've been up to, and yeah, it's just not been fun. But there is some happy news. So in 2015, I wanted to be Catholic for as long as I can remember. I've always wanted to be Catholic. I'm Italian, so it's kind of a prerequisite. I can't say that word. You know what I'm talking about. It's just what us Italians are, you know? Like, I have to be Catholic. But I was finally baptized. And then I always said that I would never be a Eucharistic minister. Like, I just didn't feel worthy of that. That's a big deal. But apparently God had other plans for me, and I became a Eucharistic minister. So, I mean, my first day doing it was the Sunday before Mickey passed away. But it just, okay, I'm gonna try to do this. Eyeliner is the hardest thing to do on film, like when you're recording. So I'm gonna try not to mess this up, but you know, it is what it is. If I mess up, I will just cut this out. So if I don't mess up, you'll see this. Let's see. But we have a pool, so we've been spending a lot of time in there, which has been fun. I need to take my tail out to the water, but the thing weighs more than I do, so I have to figure out how that's gonna even work out. Okay, I'm gonna try not to breathe. Okay. This is, I haven't done eyeliner in forever. Boom. Okay, that's all fine and good, but let's see if I can do the other side. So it's a lot like a bike. Just kidding. Okay, I didn't need this one after all. Maybe I will in a second. I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided anything today yet. I'm just going with the flow. That's been my whole, like, summer. It's just going with the flow. It's just, I always said that I would not cuss on this channel because I'm sure that I have some younger viewers. But I make no apology when I say this. I hate cancer, and fuck you, cancer. I'm just tired of losing things to cancer. And you'll learn about me as time goes on that I put animals above people, which I shouldn't, but I do. I just like animals a whole lot. So, yeah, it's been a rough start, and it's difficult because all of my animals are roughly the same age. So, like, my hedgehogs are roughly the same age. My dogs are roughly the same age. It's just, it's too much is what it is. You know what, that brush is too big. So yeah, I mean, I'm praying that that's all the death that we will see for a while. It's not ever the funnest thing, and like, not only that, and I think that's another reason why I'm taking everything so hard, is like, before Marshmallow passed away, two of my friends lost a few of their animals, and then Marshmallow, and then a couple more of my friends lost more animals, and then Mickey, and it's like, I can't. Like, I didn't even get on Facebook for a while because it's like, I don't want to see another animal pass away. Like, that's literally the worst thing in the world. It's so sad. And then it's depressing. Well, I mean, it's depressing, yes, but it's just, it's all too much. Is this my, yes. I use like 14 different eyelash colors and I never really know which one I'm using today. And I have new eyelashes to wear, so I'm so excited. I'm going to a housewarming today. My eyelashes didn't want to walk out. So that should be fun. Maybe it'll help take my mind off of everything for a little bit. Like, ugh. Just completely and utterly over everything. Like, it's just, it's irritating is what it is. I'm so just exhausted. I'm just mentally exhausted. It does not help my anxiety. That's also another story for another day. My severe anxiety, and you know what? I mean, it used to be a lot worse. I will have to talk about that. It used to be a lot worse than it is now, but it's still bad. I still get pretty bad panic attacks. I hope that looks better. Hopefully. I just saw that big old gap. I thought it was eyeshadow. Oopsies. Great. It's like I just want one thing to go right. Just one. Just one. That's all I need. It's just one measly little thing to go right. I need my concealer powder. Where did I put it? There it is. I was trying to contour the other day differently, but I don't know if it actually looked good or not, so I don't know. I'm not my biggest fan. I'm always, I mean, I guess that they say that you are your own biggest critic, but boom. Now where do I go? It's like I haven't done makeup in a while. It's just, not something I truly care about when I'm upset, obviously. I don't think a lot of people care about makeup and stuff when they're upset, but it is a great way for me personally to snap out of my funk. Probably went a little heavy there. It's okay. It is what it is. And it's funny because I'm the first one to be like, hey, don't take yourself so seriously and blah blah blah. And it's like I don't take myself seriously, but like obviously I do take death seriously. Let's see. I have... Did I put that brush away? Oh no, I didn't. I just need to clean it up. Do you guys ever do that? Like, forget what you're doing? Put something right in front of your face and then can't see it? That's a whole life story. This side needs a bit more. Okay. Do you guys ever do that where it's like you're wondering if anything you do makes a difference? Like, is that even necessary? But it is. I love my highlight to be blinding. Like as much as possible. I almost ate my makeup brush. Goodness. Now maybe I should have put on some blush before I did all this. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Let's see. Which one do I want? No, too bright. Perfect. This is like my go-to blush. Which is funny because I never really even used to wear blush. But now I like it. It's the Urban Decay fetish. It's like my favorite. It reminds me of Snapchat filters. So, yes. Let me see. I didn't blend my highlight too well. Whoops. Oh well. Now I should do an inner point. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Although I do know what I want to do. I want to take this baby smoked out. Oh yeah, I need to get that little guy off of there. There. Boom. Like it never even happened. I forgot mascara on the bottom. I need to re-dye my hair. I have so much to do. I have so many videos that I want to film and just haven't. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I'm gonna have to look and see what the heck is wrong with my camera. Anyways, there's a lot of videos that I want to film. And in fact, after this, I have to film my BoxyCharm from May. Oopsies. I dropped it. I didn't forget about it, but I just clearly haven't had, not the chance, but the desire to film anything pertaining to it. Pertaining to anything. That is driving me crazy. Okay. There we go. Much better. Now, I'm trying to decide if I want to do the little inner point thing. I don't know if I want to or not, but let's see. I don't even know if I've ever really like done this to myself before. I need a little stirry thing because my what is this stuff called? Eyeliner. Yeah, it's super dry. So I need to stir it up. I don't know if you guys can even see what I'm doing. Maybe I'll just use my, ew, gross. Got my eyeliner, or my brush all screwy, rude. Okay, maybe I will try with my little, do I have a Kat Von D in black? I need to microwave that or something. Let's see. Does that look ridiculous? I don't even know. Probably. Okay, now on to lips. I don't know what I want to do for my lips. Let me move my brushes out of the way. Now that I have to wash all 10 of them. Let's see. Oh wait, no. No, I lied to you guys. I lied. Next is lashes. What is on my lashes? I don't even know. What? And I need my, definitely need my tweezers back. But I'm going to have to cut these. I was like, just used them not that long ago. Okay, one cut, and we're ready to go. I'm gonna put eyelashes, well, obviously. But it's been longer since I put on eyelashes than it has since I put on makeup. I thought it went flying. I was like, where did it go? It's still here. So I guess in a certain circumstance, I am slightly different than other women when putting on eyelashes. Inner corner hates me. I have to like hold it there for ages to even want to stick. Boom, there's one. And let's get the other ones. So these are by Kiss and they're called blowout lashes. And I fell in love with them because they're like mink lashes, but they're drugstore. So I mean, they're not as great as mink, clearly, but they do in a pinch and for everyday looks. Like, I hate thinking of putting on my nice mink lashes for, like, a trip to the store. That just does not make any sense to me. None. Not a one. Oh, no. Come on, lash. Don't do me like that. Nope. I don't know why some days it It's so easy to get on lashes, and on other days it's like fighting with a 2-year-old to get their diaper changed. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Let's see. Maybe now it'll stick. Boom! There we go. That wasn't so hard now, was it, ladies? No. And I'm talking about eyelashes, not you. Okay, so as far as makeup goes, oh, and this is the lash packaging. Everybody wants to talk to me when I'm trying to film. Okay, whatever. So yeah, these are super good. I like them a lot. Let's see. I guess I can put my palettes away while I'm talking to you guys. Sorry, this is kind of like probably a boring video, but I just wanted you guys to know that I have not deserted you. And I guess in my short YouTube career, I am notorious for leaving, but I have not left. Let's see. Now for lipstick. I think I want to do something like bright pink. Let's see. I have so many lipsticks, it's unreal. How about like that color? Although, this one's a little bit odd. It feels weird. Okay, not that one. Let me see. Yes, that color. But no, not that particular lipstick. It's not gonna come up. Okay, well, we'll just go over it with another color. Let's see. Where's my... I know I have Candy Yum Yum. Where is that? Maybe we'll do this one. This one is Girl About Town from MAC. It's very strange for me to be using a bullet lipstick. Let's see. My lips are so uneven. Now, I gotta clean up. Bada boom. That's one reason why I hate bullet lipsticks, because it just doesn't go where I want it to go. Okay guys, I am going to fix my hair. I will probably end up putting this in fast forward because, I mean, it's nothing really spectacular. And then I will get dressed and I will, haha, more palettes. And then I will show you, I will come back and show you guys the final look. But before I leave, I wanted to show you. It's always mermaid life, like, huh. Anyways, I will put this in fast forward and I will talk to you guys afterwards. Bye. Hey guys, sorry about that. I am back and I am dressed. My hair is curled and I am ready to go. Let me see this is from H&M, I believe. This is from Forever 21, and then my jeans are Hollister. Let me see if I can show you my jeans. They are Hollister. They're super cute, super comfy, and that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that you learned a little something new about me and my love for animals and why I've been gone, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!